How's it going, everybody? And let's continue on with our Daniel study. And we do get to the mark of the beast, good Lord willing, on Friday. Today is 30 through 37. So we'll be getting close because those Bible verses, if you want to cheat ahead, it is Daniel, of course, chapter 2, the one we're in. But it's verses 41 through 43. The iron mixing with the clay. That is the technology mixing with humans. It is nothing more than total human body possession. That's all it is. That's all it is. And on we did get out of I keep on wanting to say Olivet Discourse, but it was called the Sermon on the Mount, also known as the Beatitudes. Don't give me any of that attitude. No, the Beatitudes. All right. Continuing in Daniel 2. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any other person alive on this earth, but it's for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that you will know the thoughts, so that you will know your dream, basically. King, what you saw was a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before you in this dream, and the form of it was terrible. So, not necessarily terrible in how it looked, could have been, could have had an extremely nasty looking, devilish face. Let's look it up. The 1031. Let's go to it. I mean, the 231. Let's find it. All the way down. It is the last word. To fear. To fear. So, cause to be afraid, to make afraid, dreadful, fear. So the form thereof, it was put in his heart to be very uneasy. That's why when he woke up from the dream, he knew he had just dreamed something horrific. Folks, he's dreaming about the end times. This whole book's about the end times. And later on, we're going to get to when Daniel was going through visions of the end times and how sick it made him. This image of head was of fine gold. No, again, it could have had a devilish look on its face, but Daniel does not describe that. But that could have been part of the terrible or the fearful, or just the feeling he had when he looked at it. His breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part iron and part clay. That is the mark of the beast. That, good Lord willing, we will get to detail tomorrow. Think of Iron Man song, Iron Man movie. It's always been about man, and the clay, of course, is always man in the Bible. Have not the potter power over the clay to make one lump unto honor and another unto dishonor? Does not God have power over, when he's making the humans, to make one human a sheep and the other a goat, which he had afore done before the earth was even made? And then when they're born, that's who they are. So clay or human. So this iron and clay, the iron is the fallen angels in the technology. What they call today as artificial intelligence. They're like, oh, it's learning. Well, it's learning faster. It ain't learning nothing. That's the acting job. Now, there are people legitimately that would work with AI that the way it's presented to them, that's what it's doing. But the people that run this earth, who only are following the direction of the fallen angels in the technology, they know it ain't learning squat. They take orders from it. Now, everything in yellow is God winning, or gold, however you're seeing it. Thou sawest till that stone was cut without hands, which smote the image upon the feet that were iron and clay, and brake them into pieces. So God ending the kingdom, also known as Day of the Lord. Then was the iron and the clay and the brass and the silver and the gold broken pieces together, became like chaff of a summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain. That would be the Lord's church, the end times final church, and filled the whole earth. The new heaven, the new earth, or God's kingdom on earth, in the newly refurbished Israel right at judgment, or before judgment, into judgment. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven have given thee a kingdom of power and strength and glory. Because God has even numbered the very hairs of our head. He's given everybody everything. Given the goats the job to be goats, and given the sheep the blessing to be sheep, born lost. All lost sheep get the call. Jesus loses not one of his sheep that his Father gave to him from before the foundation of the world. Fusing Revelation 6 with Ephesians 1, 4, and 5, which runs parallel to Romans 8, 29, and 30. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do. And we showed you Tebowing yesterday, in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. The satanic Tim Tebow that we showed you yesterday. Verily I say unto you, see yesterday's study, they have their reward, which is nothing. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth. Excuse me. Trying to speak the King's English here. That thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father, which seeth in secret, himself shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues, or, Tebowing in the end zone, and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward, which is nothing. But thou, when thou prayest, enter in thy closet. So do it in private. The very least, those football players we showed you yesterday should all be in the locker room, like we said yesterday. And when thou hast shut thy door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do, for they think they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things you have need of before you ask. That's why prayer changes nothing. He's already ordained the end from the beginning. He might draw you to prayer and have you pray for something that he's going to give you, or you won't get it. Just like Paul prayed to have the thorn removed from his side, and the Lord said, nope. The grace is sufficient. So, and like Jesus said, not my will, Father, your will be done when he prayed. And when he taught us how to pray, he said, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. So when you see those Bible verses, anything that would allude or make you think that you just need to ask the Lord and it'll be given to you like a magic genie, those are metaphoric, abstract speech, much like we get in the book of Revelation, which is why we go through the book of Revelation. And that is meaning that you are bowing to his will and he will give you his will. The Lord knows what you need before you ask because he's ordained the end from the beginning, and all sheep need is salvation. They should ask little else. Like he said to Paul, my grace is sufficient. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread. I'm glad you're here. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.